and going over the most common questions I'm having. So I'm going to go into the Valentine's Day event. I keep getting some questions on what they should get. It seems to be a recurring pattern. So I'm going to touch on that. I'm going to touch on what I would buy if I was a smaller player, medium player, higher spender. So the thing that I get the most is, do I go and get a base skin, or do I get the deco, or do I get, this is pretty cheap, or this special effect. So there's two ways that I'll explain this. So if I'm going and I don't have a base skin, I can understand if you want one. I don't really like them for the seasons, me personally. If I'm gonna get a base skin, it's gonna be the one I like. Me personally, I love the dragon. But again, I don't, the value I have on it, unless I'm getting like, unless I don't have one or I'm spending a lot, I'm not going out of my way to get it. To me, the deco is a higher value overall. It just makes more sense for me. Brings everything up. It helps increase your power. Obviously, this is going to increase your power, but it's a set number, right? So when I increase, for example, when I increase my more, where if I get the 3,000 or whatever it is deco from there and upgrade all these, it's going to be a higher fixed number than just the base. The base is not changing, right? So you can have to have an understanding of that. Um, so there's two avenues that I look at it. So if I really wanted a base skin, here's what I would do. I would get as much as I could as far as my tickets. I would get the base skin, and if I had anything left over, I would get the deco. Deco's not hard to get. It's probably about 750, so you would have to spend a little bit more to get that. Staying on topic here, what I would do if I was a small spender. So let's say I was $20, right? If I was $20 spender, there's a couple things I'd do. If I was in season, I would go my battle pass for the whole month. This is going to give you really good stuff, coal, things you need, and obviously where you are in your season is going to vary. But really, I don't think it's a no-brainer there, right? So I would go there. If I'm already done with that and I have more, let's say I'm $100 spender, I would get those, be done. Let's say I have a little bit extra, or you did the right thing. You save for a big event, right? This is a great event to get stuff. I would do this if I was $100, let's say for the month. I would go. So your packs, obviously I don't have any left, but if you were to start this the first day, you go dollar pack, $2 pack, $5 pack, $10 pack, $20 pack. You're at $38. Okay, so you can do that almost three times. So if I did, let's just do this. So I went 38. That's about 76. Okay, so that's for 2 days. That leaves me with $24. So that would be, if you threw in one more dollar, that would be enough to get your monthly pass. If you don't have it, it's great value. I always suggest getting the daily sales for your weapon shards. It's a no-brainer to me. It's very cheap. It's not going to cost you a lot. I would also say if you have anything left over, I would stay away from a lot of this stuff. I don't really like it that much. I'd probably just invest back into the event because you're going to get so much more resources. All right, your value is going to be there. Then I would go into what I really need. So I would come in here, look at what the events are coming up. If it gives me any new ones, which obviously right now it does not, you have the Murphy, which is coming out. So you have the exclusive there. So I'd probably wait to get that. It's about $25. Again, it depends where you are. If you're not in season two, that this does apply to you. If you are, I would go there. I don't like the roulette wheel. Unless you need shards for a Murphy, it's really not it's not imperative for me to get that. I do like the weekly pass. The $5 and $10 is great, so that's $15. So that's another route you can go, and we can come in here and you can see what it is. This is what I do for mine. You don't have to do this. Drilling components are always going to be a big one. I like to throw in different stuff. Again, I want stuff that I add value to. We do get a lot of weapon shards, but you can never have enough. So I like that. Speed ups. You can change this in various. Just because I do it like this does not mean you have to do it like this. I'm just showing you what I did. Next for the season. So we can see around here, you should be close to getting your heat furnace to be hot. How much you invested. I'm gonna do a video on professions shortly, but just to go through some stuff on engineer. I suggest not going warlord unless if you're going to go after week 4 when it really applies. If you're not a big player, it makes so much more sense to go engineer because you're getting so many resources. The reduction, especially when Age of Oil comes out in season 2, it's going to be a lot, and it's a whole new thing. So you want to try to add less. Going in order, it's always good to get these. So this first one right here, Combat XP. I'm not going to go through this whole thing because obviously that's not what I wanted to talk about. But I'm going to briefly touch on it. You have 70 levels. Okay, so use them wisely. A lot of this stuff I don't even care about. It's more of like drone supplies, getting boxes, some stuff like this. Into gathering's great. And then we're going to come in and discuss. Um, so again, to touch on what I was saying and reiterate it. I think that Deco just plays a bigger role. Um, Again, if you're over a $250 spender monthly or weekly, let's say you're $1,000, this is not my advice for you is going to be applying differently. If you're spending $1,000 a week or a month on this game, then obviously you're buying everything. So in this essence, it would be a lot. If I have the budget to do it, it would be if you just buy the passes, right? I believe it's 6 days. It would be roughly around 228, 250, and that should almost get you to have enough tickets for your base if that's what you're doing. If you're spending more, those basic packs are going to should get you high enough to where you need to be. Right now, I've only the last couple of days I've only bought the packs from 1 to 20, excluding one. But excluding that one, I'm at right now at 565 tickets. So I should have some excess left over. We will see what I have and what I decide to do. I'm probably going to go the deco, and then eventually what I'll do is go some other avenues as well. But we'll see what I'm able to do from there. This is another great one if you have this firebomb. This is great because I can drop this right here and heat everyone up, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to drop that. It's there. This is a good way to heat everything up. Other thing I would say with your base is you don't have to worry if you're in a section like this. As you get out further, if you're in season 2, you can see this gets more and more. So in this area, I would stay away unless you worry about it. You're not going to freeze. You're not going to, anything like that. So you're really safe here. So just to keep that in mind. We're really only turning on our furnace, our alliance furnace, when we're in battles, or if you have the blizzard coming and you want to conserve all the energy and everything you have. So let's just keep that in mind. Um, the next thing I would say is just be prepared. Like I said, it starts out slow, season 2, and then it starts to pick up. What I am going to do later on tonight is I will do a question and answer on my Discord. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you just want to jump in and chat, just let me know. It'll be sometime after reset if you have any questions or concerns, that would be the time to bring them up. So hopefully this video helps you, gives you a little guide of what I think the recommendations are. Obviously, everyone plays the game differently. Don't worry about what someone else is doing what you can. If you haven't already, check out my YouTube channel. I put all my videos on at the end of the month. Hit that subscribe button to join, please. Help me out. And if you have any comments, concerns, or questions, reach out to me. Twitch, Discord, or in the game. Want to make any donations or curious about the guides I do, again, reach out to me. All right, guys, hopefully this video helps. Okay, bye.